You are about to witness the very exciting story of a city and its people.
Welcome to motherfucking Detroit.
What up, though? What up, though? This is Detroit Mail with another no name podcast. This is my reaction to the game. Yeah, it's another disappointing game. This game has been it wasn't even entertaining to watch. It just wasn't entertaining at all, unless you're a Patriots fan. I mean, we can throw blame around everywhere. You can say the defense played good for a minute. I mean, they played better than what they normally play. They got a few stops. Better than the Seattle game where they didn't get no stops. We did get a chance to see the Wingers punter. I mean, even like in the first quarter when it was just nothing but field goals, they had several opportunities to score. They just could not score. I mean, you going for it on fourth down on a 50-yard line, just punt the ball. Punt the ball. You playing Bill Belichick. He always gonna take away your best option. So if Hawkinson was getting off last game, take Hawk out the game. So it means you have to go with what you have left and use that to your advantage. Jared Goff made some bad decisions through a pick. I know everybody gonna say, oh, he's under pressure. He's under pressure. I was watching it, and here's a few reads he missed. He had Amon St. Brown across the middle wide open. He missed him. He tried to throw away the ball and caused a fumble for a score. He should just took the sack. We had this love affair with Jared Goff because he had some flashes of great scoring, but even in those games when he scored a lot of points, there's a lot of things he missed. And outside of what is drawn up for him play wise, he can't think further than that. Now, I give him this. He has improved since last year because a lot of times he was going check down, check down, check down. He wasn't doing none of that. He hasn't done none of that this year. So I give him that. But is he our quarterback? No. Should we get another quarterback? Yes. He's not the quarterback for the future. Now, if they would have got like great defensive players in this draft and built more, and the next year go ahead and build what they need, then you keep him and you keep him fair for a minute until you get all the rest of the team built around him. But now it's like they need everything. I mean, they need somebody to teach Hutch more than just a bull rush move. Teach him a swim move. Teach him, to run some stunts. Do something. It's like, come on, man. And then when they finally get a stop or two, they shoot themselves in the foot with penalties. Even the Cuda got two penalties, or two or three penalties this game. It's like, come on, y'all. Then you're losing people to injury. Oh, and uh Savion Smith, man. I hope he's doing better. Hope he's doing all right. Hope he, shout out to his family. Hope that there's nothing severely wrong with him. I look at the play and showed over and over again. I couldn't tell what happened. So I don't know if he got concussion. I only want to speculate. I don't even go down that road until we find out what happened. But shout out to him. Prayers going to him and his family. Hope that he's doing better. It almost hate to even talk about football when something like this happen. Because above everything, you want to make sure people's health is intact. You don't want nobody to get hurt. You don't want nobody to get injured. Even on the opposite team, yeah, you want to win. You want to see your team do well, but it's bigger than the Lions or bigger than the Patriots. It's about the players because at the end of the day, they still human beings. So you want to see them do well. So shout out to him. All right, I don't know. Got a bye week. good. They need to maybe they need this bye week to come back out of this and try to win at least 2 or 3 games. Cause it look like they might not win another game, bro. They might not win another game. The way they playing and the way they seem to be hit by injury, I don't know. I mean, the one time you was like, "Oh, defense, defense," and defense wasn't horrible. It wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible this game. The offense is just doing nothing. You see Taylor Decker, Judon beat Taylor Decker. Judon beat Panay Sewell. It was Judon everywhere. I mean, double team him, chip him. Come up with some. You should have saw the film on him. You should have known that. Okay, this is their best player. We're gonna do something to stop him. It's like they not making the adjustment they need to make. To win games, and that's part of the problem. So who that goes to? Is that coaching? Was that player execution? Or is it both? I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's coaching in it because they're not making the right adjustments. And one thing Jonathan Vilma said I thought was interesting because it came from a former player. He said, "Yeah, coaches draw up plays, offensive coordinator draw up plays, defensive coordinator draw up plays, but the players have to execute them." He said, when they get in these goal line situations, because a lot of times they was down in the goal line in the red zone, and they come out with nothing. And for 5 or 6 times on 4th down, and came up with 0, zebo, zilch, nada, nothing, a donut hole. Any other word you want to use. They came up with nothing, and you got to do better than that. You cannot expect to change the culture and still doing the same old, same old, same old. You cannot. I hear a lot of people want to have a positive attitude, and that's fine. Have a positive attitude, but have a positive attitude with some reality. I got a positive attitude with reality. And reality is that they still are not a good football team, period. And if this regime doesn't do anything to change it, it's on to the next regime, it looks like. And it just keep on, it's like a revolving door. In with the new coach, out with the old. In with the new coach, out with the old. We need to get somebody here that can change this. That can change this thing. Period. As it. I mean, Dan Campbell and the coaching staff are likable. So that's kind of hard for you to say, hey, but they're not the answer. Well, shoot, reality kicking in. We going into the 6th week now with 1 win. 1 win. And besides this game, all the other games, it looked like they could have possibly won. This only game that they look like they took 5 steps back. They didn't better sniff the end zone. You couldn't even kick a field goal. And if you got a kicker in there you can't trust, that's ridiculous to have a kicker in there you can't trust. But whose fault is that? You should have kept Riley Patterson. You went Austin Seibert, he not on the team. Then got the other guy, I forgot what his name, he not on the team. You could have kept Riley Patterson. That's I mean, hindsight is 2020, but you should have kept Riley Patterson. We shouldn't even be in this predicament as far as kicking. Because you could at least had 6 to 9 points that hopefully maybe somewhere around line you can score, but like you can score, like you allergic to scoring. And then if you take away the defensive touchdown, they only score 1 touchdown offense. So you could have been in this game. So I don't know, man. I don't even want to harp on the thing. That's my reaction right after the game. And the bye week give you some time to kind of think about it, calm down, and I can watch some football next week and ain't worried about who winning or losing. All right, till next time, peace.